Hey there, new Rockstar Coach. It's TNT Charlene Giordano here, and I just wanted to share with you some getting started right tips so that you can rock this business like no other and help yourself get to your goals, help your customers get to their goals, and help you find other people who'd like to do this with you. So I want to share with you some of the basics that we're going to go over. And a big thing about becoming a coach, congratulations on that. I'm so happy to have you on the team. I'm either your personally sponsored coach or I'm your grandma or your great grandma, wherever I am in your upline somewhere. But I'm still putting this message out there for you because this is what you need to do. We are in the second week of the month as I am recording this, and this is our monthly new coach call. So I want to go over some of the basics, and it's really, really, really important that you take notes. So make sure you have your notebook handy. If not, make sure you pause me and go get that. Get your notebook and a pen, and I'm going to be giving you some real work to be doing right now, okay? All right, I'm going to assume you have a pen and a paper. Let's get started. The very first thing I want you to think of is, what is your story? Because this is a business that we use a lot of social media to reach more people. That's the whole point of it. It's so that you're not having to just go see your grandma and your mom. I mean, you only have so many family members that you could possibly share this opportunity with, right? And not that you shouldn't. You definitely should let your family know what you're doing, invite them to join you. Absolutely. Especially in the beginning. But as you grow your business, you want to continue to add new contacts via social media. That could be Facebook, that could be Instagram, that could be Periscope, Twitter, wherever you are, Snapchat, wherever you are sharing your story regularly, whichever social media resonates best with you, that's where you want to be spending your time. So you are going to be sharing your story, right, on social media. First, you need to know what the heck your story is. I know when I first learned about this, I was just like, I don't know what my story is. Who cares about my story? It's so uninteresting. It's so boring. It is not boring. And if it is, who cares? We all have boring lives. But we all have a past. We all have struggles. We all have wins. We all have all kinds of things that we've gone through and that we're maybe currently going through or whatever, but that's all part of your story. Now, knowing your story and sharing your story isn't about word vomiting your entire story every single time you share. It's about piecing it out, breadcrumbing it out, and sharing little bits and pieces about you. There's a lot about you that's unique and amazing and is going to relate to somebody else. You want to be throwing out what's called connective tissue, which is your personal stuff that's going to help other people resonate with you and want to join your team and want to join your challenge and want to work with you more. So they're going to do that. We like to work with people we know, like, and trust, and people who are like us, right? So the more you put who you are out there, you're going to attract your people, all right? And the people you need to help. But it first starts with your story, knowing your story and knowing how to share it. So write this down. Your story is what makes you different, and it's what makes you beautiful. So don't shy away from yourself. You are amazing, okay? So I want you to answer these questions. First question, why did you become a coach? Everybody has their reasons. Whatever yours is, it's personal to you. But you need to know, why did you become a coach? All right? Next, how was or how will this business and the products improve your life? How has or how will this business and the products improve your life? Do you need to lose a lot of weight? Are you depressed? Do you have anxiety? Whatever it is. Do you need to get in shape? Do you need to get healthier? Do you need to earn an income? Do you need to free yourself from your job that you hate? Whatever. Those are just some ideas. Next, be vulnerable here. Where is your pain from your past, and how can this opportunity relieve it? Where is your pain from your past, And how can this opportunity relieve it? Be vulnerable. Whatever it is, think about what it is for you. And last, how can your past inspire others and help relieve their pain? See what happened there? How can your past inspire others and help relieve their pain? As a coach, it's what we do. So here we go. I'll answer the questions for you to help you out. Don't use my answers, but just I'm going to answer them, these 4 questions, just so that you can get an idea of how it works. Because I know for me, hearing other people's examples helps. But I want you to really be thinking about yourself. And you may need to take some extra time to really think about this stuff and do some soul searching. You may be in the middle of your grind, crazy, crazy busy, where I was, where my head was barely above water, could barely breathe. So it was really, really hard for me to think about these deeper things. But it's really, really important for you to intentionally sit down in a quiet area and really think about the answers to these questions, okay? I'm telling you, it's going to be so vital when you're sharing on your social media. If you are connected to your why you became a coach, how it's going to change your life, what your past pains were, and how you overcoming that can inspire, or you going through it can inspire others to relieve their pain. Okay, so why did I become a coach? I became a coach to expand my reach as a fitness professional so that I could help more people get healthy and fit. That's why I became a coach. I wanted to expand my personal training business. That's how it all started. And how has this business and products improved my life? Well, one, it's improved it so much. It's incredible, actually. It's simplified my nutrition. It's simplified my own personal fitness. It's helped me become more accountable to my own fitness goals. It's helped me help people that I never thought I'd be able to reach, because now it's not just me. It's about, hey, you're going to get this Beachbody program, or you want to help your nutrition, and they're willing to work with me. For example, my mom, my dad, neither of them had ever worked out with me before, and I've been a personal trainer before this business for 15 years. So neither of them would work out with me, but both of them are doing Shakeology and following cleaner nutrition. They're still not working out with me, but that's just their thing. But I got them doing Shakeology, and they're healthier and fitter, and I plan on having kids one day. So that's that deal. That's how it's improved my life. It's simplified my nutrition with Shakeology. I was actually making something like a Shakeology, and it did not taste nearly close to as good, and it wasn't as easy at all. It was actually more expensive and way more complicated. So, and I was using a lot of fresh ingredients that would go bad if I wasn't consistent with using them. So Shakeology for me has saved me money, has increased my own personal health and fitness and nutrition, has helped me reach more people than I was able to do just out of my studio gym at home. All right. So in the business itself, I've made amazing best friends who are growing with me, who are on their own journey, who are sharing their tools of the trade with me, and who are just incredible people. I mean, just being a part of this business, my husband and I have been like, we found our people. This is our tribe. We've done another multi-level marketing business before, a network marketing business, right out of college, and it just wasn't our people. You know, they're great people. We loved them, and we were in that business for probably almost 2 years. But it just wasn't quite vibing, especially since we had to wear like suits and pantyhose to the meetings. And I'm a San Diego girl, so that doesn't really work. But Beachbody's been our tribe from day one. We've just totally felt at home with the company and with all of the other amazing coaches we've met along the way, and it just keeps getting better. So, all right, that was a really long answer. All right, where is my pain from the past, and how can this opportunity relieve it? Well, I can honestly say I've struggled with self-doubt, depression, anxiety, all of these things due to experiencing bad acne that I experienced for about 10 years, and I still have a bunch of scars from it, which caused me to go more inward and not really talk about it. And, I was totally bottled up. So it would cause me a lot of pain, a lot of grief that I just held inside and I didn't share with other people. And then simultaneously, as I was experiencing that, I started experiencing infertility because we started to try to plan for a family. And it was a really, really rough road. So I've talked about the acne, and more recently, I finally have, because of this business, felt stronger and have reached out and got more support to actually talk about the infertility issues. So it's been really cool. And how this goes into the next one, how this past can inspire others. I'm always out there, never giving up. I'm constantly posting on social media. I'm always trying to uplift people and trying to help them and trying to make myself available to them and let them know. So that has been a way I've been adding value. And just if I know that if they join my team or if they join one of my challenge groups, they're going to be on those first baby steps to relieving their own pain. And I've been so rewarded to be able to work with customers and coaches alike who've changed their lives because of this business that I said yes to. Because I said yes, I've been able to help them overcome these things, or at least get started on overcoming them. And even if they get started and get scared and run away and then they come back, they always come back. It's cool. So that's my story. It's really long and jumbled, but that's not how you would share it. So just to get your wheels turning, get yourself vulnerable. And it could be something way long ago that happened, or that you're maybe experiencing now, maybe, relationship issues, maybe you've had your own personal battles with weight, or you've experienced other people with weight issues, and I've had that as well in my life, but I will move on. So answer those questions for yourself. And once you answer them and once you get more tied into them, you want to be posting on your social media 4 times a day. Well, 3 to 5. If you are not posting on your social media now, people will not know that you are ready and available to help them. I want you to think of your social media as your storefront. So if you have 0 business hours or random business hours, which just means you don't post ever, people won't be able to rely on you, and you won't be predictable enough for them to go, oh yeah, now I'm ready. Because the honest truth about this business is not everybody's going to say yes right away. It's just not going to happen. You're going to be lucky. In the beginning, probably more people will say yes versus no, because you have a lot of closer people that know you, love you, like you, whatever, that have that trust already built in you. But as you grow in this business, you're going to find the first person you talk to that said no will come back around 6 months later, a year later, and sign up to join your team. So they will be watching your journey as you share it. So it's really, really important for you to never give up, to be consistent, and get that posting in 3 to 5 times a day. And I want you to think, okay, what am I posting? I don't want you to be beach body, beach body, beach body. No. I want you to be posting 2 posts, lifestyle posts. So if you have dogs, if you knit, I have dogs. So that's my lifestyle. If you have kids, if you are part of a club, or if you do a sport or an activity, or your hobby, or you're married, or anything, it doesn't matter. If you're drinking tea, if you're drinking water, you can post about that. Well, don't be super, make it fun, right? So lifestyle posts. And then another post about health and fitness. So that could be your workout, your nutrition, a recipe, something about your results. And then the 4th post would be about, what was the 4th post? Dang it, I didn't write it down. I'll post it with this post. Okay, so you want to think health and fitness, 2 lifestyle posts, and then a post, an inspiration, motivation. Hello. So that could be a quote. It could be something from your personal development that you read that day. It could be an aha moment, something that is inspiring you that day. Something that's motivating you, inspiring you to continue on your journey. And it's kind of like your little love note to the world and to the universe to help them inspire their day and make their day a little bit better. I want you to think about that. Okay, so those are your 4 posts. So now I want you to think, once you schedule that out, I want you to look at your day and think. You've got, let's say you have 12 hours, because say the 12 hours before you wake up or whatever, you're sleeping within there, and then a couple of whatever random hours. Divide it up into 12, and you want to be posting like once every 3 to 4 hours, right? If you're going to be super type A about it. But just thinking, getting in 4 times: morning, midday, evening. You could even do late evening, so you could do 2 evening posts. It'll just depend on you and where your friends are in the newsfeed. But you're like, oh, I'm maybe in their face all the time. No. Probably about 20% of your posts, maybe just 10% of your posts actually get seen by your friends, and it'll only depend who the heck is actually on Facebook scrolling at the time of your post. So don't feel like you're going to be overposting, and if people get sick of your inspiration and your fun and your motivation and your health and fitness tips, the stuff that you're giving them for free, then don't worry about them. They're not going to ever join you, and they're not ever, going to be a part of your business, or maybe they will. You just never know. Just stay consistent. Do you. Share your story, because you are here to help people. And if you are not opening your mouth and sharing your story, you cannot help anyone. All right? Don't keep it to yourself. Okay, so who is that person? I want you to think of who your ideal customer is. Knowing who you want to serve will help you determine your messaging in your posts. When you're writing, write like you're talking to the one person and they are a dear friend. You definitely want to pinpoint and narrow down your posts. Like literally, when you write a post, hey girl, blah, 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 or I don't know, however you would talk to your best friend or somebody you love or somebody you really, really care about and you want to help. That's how you want to word your posts. Don't word your posts for the masses, because when you speak to everyone, you speak to no one kind of thing. So you really want to hone in and dial in your language. And here's a tip. You are your ideal customer. You going through the hurt, going through the pain, your before is who you're speaking to. That's who you're talking to. That's who you're going to relate to, right? That's who you're going to be able to help overcome that pain. So you want to use the verbiage and the language that what would have helped lift you up that day? What would have helped inspire you to go do a workout that day? What would have motivated you to try that recipe? What about that made you curious? What about that person's lifestyle would interest you? See? All right. So here's how you're going to break it down. You want to give your ideal client a name. Don't ask me why. Mine's Lexi Jones. Don't know why. No idea. Lexi Jones. That's my ideal client's name. Yours could be Betsy Ross, Betsy, whatever. I don't know. Whatever. Come up with your ideal client. If you're a female, your ideal client will be a female. If you're a male, your ideal client will be a male, most likely. Because, again, like I said, we're posting to our previous self. But it doesn't mean it won't be universal. So don't get overwhelmed by this. Just give them a name, whatever you want to call them, Jane Doe, John Doe, whatever. But give them a personality name that you like. All right, think of their age. How old is this person? And again, I would kind of go back to how old were you when you started your struggle or when you're in the thick of your struggles. Think of the age of the person you're speaking to. What's their income level? How much money were you making? Did you join this business to earn income? Were you in debt like cray-cray? What were you actually earning? Whatever. Think of that. Income level. Education. Do you have your high school diploma? College, some college, trade school, military. Think of that as education. Like what's your education? Or at that time, what was your education? Maybe you're in the middle of grad school. Maybe you're in the middle of high school. Maybe you're in the middle of junior college, trade school, whatever. Maybe you're in the middle of it. So thinking of where you were when you're going through that struggle be a good indicator of where your ideal customer is now. Where do they live? They don't have to necessarily live exactly where you live, but where did you live when you're going through all that crap? What was your home like? What was it like? Where, another thing to think of is, where do you want to live? That's another place, because people are everywhere. What's their occupation? What do they do for a living? They're not coaches, hopefully, because you can't recruit other Beachbody coaches. What are they doing? And again, like if you were a nurse before, or maybe you are now, or a doctor in the medical field, or a fitness professional, or a teacher, or a stay-at-home mom, an executive, or you own your own company, or they own their own company, whatever. Think of the occupation. Blogs they like. This is so important in knowing your customer. What blogs do you find yourself going to over and over again? What blogs did you discover while you were struggling? Because we all go online, right? What blogs were you checking out? And what kind of blogs would the ideal person you'd like to work with, what kind of blogs would they be into? Social media platforms they use. Again, so key to think about, where do you love to be on social media? Which social media is so natural to you that you go on it regularly and you use it, or you want to? What social media platforms does your ideal customer use? Are they married? Next question. Are they married? Single? Again, I would say, go with where you're at. And do they have children? Do they have children? Those are your basics. So give your ideal client a name, age, income level, education, where do they live, occupation, blogs they like, social media platforms they use, married, children. Okay? Those are your basic stats of your ideal client. Now, I want you to answer these 4 questions. Now that you know who your ideal client is statistically, right? And again, it's you. Want you to answer. 1, what are their dreams? What are their dreams? Think about it. 2, what do they do for fun? What do they do for fun? Do they go dancing? Do they have family parties? Do they travel? 3, what issues or problems are they facing? What issues or problems are they facing? Are they in debt? Do they have 50 pounds to lose? Are they on a lot of medication? Do they have a crazy autoimmune disease going on? Do they have infertility? Do they have PCOS? Bad skin? Crazy allergies? I don't know. What issues or problems are they facing? Parenting problems, marital problems, family problems, job, all kinds of things, right? What is it their fault? Your ideal customer, what are they facing? And then the 4th, what needs do they have, and how can you fill those needs? What needs do they have, and how can you fill those needs? So it does take some time to really, really think about all of this stuff. But the whole point of taking the time to do this is so that you can post intentionally, and that you are talking to people intentionally, and you are working with people genuinely, and working with people that you want to work with. That is such the beauty of this business. That is another reason why I became a coach, because I get to pick who I share with and who I get to invite to this business and who I get to work with. I get to pick my coworkers, my sisters, right? So it's chosen family, we like to call it, this fit family. So to know better and deeper who you're looking for and what you're looking for is going to be key in building yourself a nice, strong foundation in this business. You are going to be communicating, you're going to be sharing. So that is basically what I have today. And we'll get more in depth with all of this stuff. But I want you to think of what your story is and who is your ideal customer. Those are the things you want to start posting about. And if you you figure out who your ideal customer is, you want to post to them, right? You want to share a little bit of your story with them and help give them solutions, whether it's creating an event and you're inviting them. But this is what you want to portray in your storefront, right? So that your storefront is your social media. And then the back of the store is when you're messaging people privately, whether you're calling them, texting them, Facebook messaging them. You want the front to look like the back so that you can continue to share those stories with them, but listen. You want to listen to them. We want to be listened to and feel like others care about what we have to say, right? We want to know other people care. So that is your call today. That is a lot of work. That's the hardest work to do. But once you do that, it's going to make it simpler for you to post. And I'll get more in depth about having more ideas to post, but those are the keys. I mean, it took me a while to even do that. So you are getting a running start by actually taking the time to do it. It won't take you long, but it really does take you putting the effort into getting to know yourself and committing to helping other people overcome their pain and their obstacles while you are continuing on your journey, while you keep going. So you don't want to get to a place and stop. You want to keep going. All right, so I want to see what your ideal customer looks like. I want you to post that below in our group, and I want you to send your answers to your story to your upline coach. All right, and definitely talk to your upline coach about ways to share your story and breadcrumb your story into your social media and how to make it easy, make it fun, and it's a vital part of your business. So making sure you get it done. All right. Hope you all have a great week, and I'll see you soon.